Hi, this is video number two. And I think last time around I was talking about the grade that I think our group deserves. Before going into that, I think a big part of really talking about that grade is what were the more intellectually challenging features and the more unique features in our game that we had to implement. So, one of them was the column tracking. So if I run it again, if I run the game, as we just saw in the demonstration before, as I get through the levels, the columns of the streams of arrows that are coming in basically increases. So level 2 has 2, level 3 has 3, and so on and so forth. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use the next level to show something. So coming up with that spacing over there was something that was actually quite challenging, I'd say. In addition to that, another close second in terms of the overall difficulty level, and something that is actually quite unique, I would say, would be the arrow tracking. So, as you can see in the game, at no point does the arrow actually miss the character. So, it's constantly tracking me no matter where I go. Um, so to implement that, we had to use some very precise numbers. We actually had to apply a bit of math, a bit of trig as well. So that was definitely up there in terms of the more intellectually challenging and more unique features, I'd say. Another thing that was again slightly hard to implement, but not as unique for games, would be the intro screen. So obviously, when I play it out, I have a intro screen and it doesn't jump right back in. And also the fact that when the game is over, there's I think a 5 second delay, after which it basically restarts. So those were some of the more features, some of the more challenging features. In fact, another one before I forget was linking the controller to the animations, and also making sure that the shield and the sword only show up when I actually click those keys. So I had to create some booleans over here, and also make sure that the specific set of animations were only implemented at a specific key press. So that again was a bit of busy work. Um, so with all that said, obviously, I am a bit biased towards this project because I've worked hard on it. I'm passionate about it. But with all that said, trying to be as objective as possible, I think we deserve a on this purely because of its originality. It's not your typical platformer or something like that. So that is all that I have to say about that. But just overall, in terms of what I gained from this project, time management and organization are definitely up there. So even in terms of its design, the files and even the code, for that matter, have to be named properly, have to be at the right spot. So since we're handling so much data, so many files, so much amount of code, I was really able to understand the importance of being disciplined in terms of uh, how we code, how we name things, where we store things. And I think that is something that is going to be very useful for me in industry and also in my upcoming classes. And yeah, I think that is pretty much all I have to say. Before I go, let's just try running the game one more time. Before I forget, one more feature um, is that there is no fixed level that actually makes you win the game. We just wanted you to see, we just wanted to see how far you get. So you obviously have a scoreboard on the left corner over there that lets you know, lets you compare your performances. And I think Castify has given me another 15 seconds. Let's see how good I am personally this game. Not that great, apparently.